Don. Thank you so much for joining me on my day 8 of my 21 days. I pray journey. You guys know I do this once every year. I've been doing this since 2020, I believe. I'm not quite sure if I'm not mistaken. And I thank you guys so much that over the years you've given me so much feedback to encourage me to keep this growth and development and share my definitions of the things that I've learned. We all know I do this for entertainment purposes only, but I thank you so much that you find this entertaining and at the same time intriguing. I love the feedback, I love the questions, I love everything I get. Keep doing what y'all do, and y'all play your part. I'm gonna play my part because we all know this thing is a teamwork effort. This whole life, it takes the teamwork to make the dream work. And once again, if you do your thing, you already know, reach out to me. I will support you. I'll give you the same amount of support as you give me. Just reach at me. And on that note, I want to say, hey, welcome to day 8. And today, I'm going to talk about acceptance. It's going to be quick. It's going to be short. I remember when I first got on here, I said I wasn't going to talk as long. And I realized I like to listen to myself talk. And I know I'm not the only person guilty of that. Some of us just like to hear ourselves talk for whatever reason. I was like, oh my God, I really like to listen to myself talk. But other than that, it's all love, and if you're one like me, it is what it is. And I'm finally starting to get the hang of it. So today's day 8. I'm really, really thankful because I realized that 9:30 will be a perfect everyday hour for me. I know I'm throwing people off. I'm coming on 9, I'm coming on 10, I'm coming on 11, I'm coming on 12, I'm coming on 1, I'm coming on 2. I was just trying to, see how things work out for me and trying to stay committed. But one thing I realized is that I need to get a little bit of punctuality. So, I'm not really doing this for anyone. As you know, this is something that I'm doing for myself. So my goal is to get on here at 9:30 to share these gems with you. And if that's a good time for you, you get on here with me and we rock out. If it's not a good time for you, then you already know it's 2026. Technology is booming. You can watch this anytime, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. It is what it is. But on that note right there, I do appreciate you so much. And I thank you, especially the ones that show up every time I go live. I am never going to forget you because if when that time comes, trust me, I know. So on that note, today we're going to talk about acceptance. And we all have heard of that word. But a lot of times I think in our minds, we play a little trick on ourselves because I know I used to feel that like acceptance was a loss. Like I used to feel like if I accept something, like I took a loss or something, you know what I mean? But that is the opposite from the truth. That is so opposite. You know what I mean? Especially being a faith filled person that I am. If it's one thing I should have never did was even think that way because acceptance is just like you deciding to let go and let God. Like you just trust whatever happens, it happens. You don't attach yourself to the outcome. You know what I mean? It's like you really trust God that no matter what happens, it's happening for the best. You accept it, even if it hurts you, even if it's making you miserable. It's like it is what it is. You accept it. You don't give up on it. You just give in and you let go and you let God. You know what I mean? So that's like one thing for me that was hard because a lot of times we try to change people. It is hard for us to accept people for who they are, and you have got to learn how to accept people for who they are. I'm serious. It's just you gotta accept things for who they are. You gotta accept outside situations for who they are. The only really, really thing that you can change is what's going on inside of you. So the best thing to do is for you to focus on yourself. You know what I mean? Just let it go. And I know it's harder said. It's harder. I mean, it's a lot harder said than done because trust me, we have feelings, we have emotions, and a lot of times they don't want to let go. They want to hold on and fix that thing right there and right then. A lot of times when I find myself feeling that way, I like really, I really just fall back and just take a little bit of time to myself because I realized that, nothing really is that much of an emergency that it has to be fixed right there and right then. That's just not a fire faith believing spirit. There are just some things that it's like, okay, I got to give it a second on. So yeah, on that note right there, that was really the main thing. Give me a second. I don't mean to put this paper all in y'all face like that, but yeah, that was pretty much. I really like hit it all on that one. So just what I do for myself is just I just practice understanding that when I accept people, things, and situations, I understand that that's the choice that I decided to make. And a lot of times I make that choice prior to any situation because it's like when I attach myself to the outcome and I don't get things the way I want it, we're all human. Of course, you're going to get upset. Of course, you're going to feel some type of way. You know what I mean? So I just really practice to just be like, you know what? It is what it is. If it's meant to be that way, it will be that way. And I don't know. I find beauty in that now. I used to challenge with it. It used to be challenging. I kid you not. It used to be challenging, especially, some of us are spoiled the way we're raised. We're used to having our ways. Some of us are just, it's just, our parents created monsters and all that wonderful stuff. And it's like, I know some of us are even instantly gratified our whole lives. And that's just something it's throughout all cultures. I can't say that I've only seen that with one race. That's just a human thing. Some of us are just used to that, and that's just the way it is. But it's like everything don't work like that. It just doesn't. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say for today. We ain't gonna stretch it out. Every day we get on here, we'll talk about something that was hard for me to deal with, and I'll try my best to define and explain and say what I need to say. But you already know, once again, if you really need to reach out to me, serious inquiries only, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to define or answer a question. But I'm not no therapist, so please do not hit me up like I'm a therapist. Please, I'm an educator. I am good with words, I'm good with definitions, and that's really about it. But please don't hit me up like a therapist. I love you. I love you much. I wish you well. Have a beautiful, beautiful day. And yeah, I'll holler at you later. Oh, almost forgot to say my prayer. Look at that. Thank goodness. I'm glad I remembered. Ready? God is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for God is with me. Amen. And not only is God is with me, he will never leave me or forsake me. And that is the same for you too. And you better believe it. You are never alone, no matter what. I wish you well. I wish you a beautiful day. Bye, y'all. Have a good day. Thank you again for day 8 on my 21 days I pray.